What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Very excited to bring and welcome you to Connected Franchise Mode, episode 46 here on the channel in Madden 20. And as you can see, it is our debut regular season episode with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yet again, John Gruden has felt the swift, vicious, merciless decision-making of the Raiders franchise and the Davis family that's been sent to the worst team in the league. I mean, you look at the overall, it's not bad. I mean, we're in year 5, so there's really no bad teams. I've looked around. From what I can tell, we have the lowest overall. Actually, maybe not anymore. We've gone up 1 point overall. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's because Godwin went up a little bit. Because we were originally an 81 overall. There's a couple other 81s, but there's no one better than an 81. We had the worst record last season, tied for worst record. The year before that, we had the 3rd worst record. It's a team in turmoil, and it's a team ultimately that has its fair share of fun pieces, but the most important piece here in Jameis Winston is not very good. Our starting running back, we do have one waiting in the wings here in Trey Sanders, but our starting running back's getting old. Mike Evans, getting old. Godwin's getting old. Offensive line, our best lineman, Ali Marpet, is on the wrong side of 30. He's got to start to regress sooner than later. So, and we don't, generally speaking, don't have a great offensive line. And when all those things are shown to, you know, you need to maximize the talent around Jameis Winston. We have that in the skill positions, but for the offensive line, I'm worried, man. I am absolutely worried. And we have what could be the next Dak Prescott here, Hank Bachmeier. True freshman quarterback starting right now in college for Boise State. We picked him up in the 4th round. He looked, I'm not gonna say lights out, but he looked very, very good in the preseason. So I'm not gonna come out and say that there's a QB controversy, but I think we all can go ahead into this Bucs franchise knowing that Jameis Winston's on a short leash because we have a guy, regardless of rating, that performed and played well. So we're going Jameis for the time being. But the argument for like our team's apparently nice overall is we have the 2nd worst starting quarterback from an overall standpoint in the league. That is not good. Defensively, we have a pretty promising defense, but a mix of like, you know, age and, you know, our secondary, our corners in particular. We do have Murphy Bunting here, who is a superstar. He's 26, he's 84. We can probably build and grow with that. But other than that, man, there's no established playmaker. So, I mean, teams could pick on that. We got Cavajos in the draft in the 1st round. He's a 75 with a hidden dev trait, 98 speed. There's some he's becoming a myth, if you will. Because he's a real prospect. He's committed to Ohio State right now. Some people think he ran a 4.2. Other people think it's 4.3, 4.4. It's hand times. It's literally all over. 247sports.com, which is the most, you know, that's the best spot to get information. Has it as a 4.2040. I'm a little skeptical, but that is what it is. And for that sake, he's a freak of nature. I highly doubt he broke the 40-yard dash record, but that's what they said. So I'm making prospects. We got a fun one here. And Lejean, I'm going to call him Legend from now on. That's probably how it is. That's what we're going to do. We got Levante David. It looks nice that he's a superstar, but he's also 33 and a 76 overall. Devin White, though, Isaiah Simmons, Dax Hill, who's ridiculous, a ridiculous athlete. I was able to actually last night, I'm getting ready for everyone that's on PC and on Xbox, you guys, and console. You guys are going to be getting them soon. I'm getting ready to just say screw it and do one big update to all of my draft classes. I found information about, like, the high school recruits, the Elite 11, when they do their combines. And Dax Hill, we had to buff him up a little bit. He ran a 4.30 at his combine. So we bumped his speed up. I think he had 91 or 92 speed. We gave him 94, 94, and his jumping was insane. So I don't know why it doesn't show his jumping on there. Does it? It doesn't because he's a safety, but he has like 92, 93 jumping. He's an unreal athlete. So our safeties are promising. Our linebackers look good. The front is solid. Vita Vea is nice. We got Jeff Simmons, former 1st-round pick from the Tennessee Titans. He's nice. Shaq Barrett's solid, but he's getting up there in age a little bit. He's 30. He's got to start to regress soon. So we don't really have a whole lot of edge help. So that means when we use her, we're probably going to use her in the D-line. Vita Vea is probably going to be my guy. So generally speaking, our team's not terrible, though. There's no terrible team at this point in our save, but there are some bad teams. And don't let that 85 or 81 on defense or that 82 overall fool you. We are the worst team from a talent standpoint in the NFL. So we have a doubleheader here, divisional doubleheader, week 1 against the Saints, week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. How's this gonna go? It's we're going from a 90, we're dropping 10 points essentially from a 91, 92 overall team with the Raiders down to an 82. It could be rough, especially against a team like the New Orleans Saints, who we take a look at what the roster's looking like, I mean, we got more. We got to get familiar with all these teams now because we're so used to playing in the AFC. So we have our X factors, we have our own. But looking at the Saints, they got Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Marshawn Lattimore, Ramczyk. I mean, that's just an outrageous offensive line. We're gonna have a battle for us. They have Michael Thomas. I don't think we have a corner on our team that can cover him. I think we might have the guys that can deal with Kamara. Between Devin White and Isaiah Simmons, I don't think we have to be too worried about Alvin Kamara beating us out the backfield like on screen passes and stuff. But I mean, that's just me at face value. And then they have Popo, one of the most athletic linebackers I've ever seen from a prospect out of Auburn. It's going to be a tough one, man. It's going to be a tough one, but we want to kick this new chapter, the next era of the franchise, off with a victory. So let's lay it on. Let's lay it on the Saints. Hey, Jameis, do you want this? How much longer do you want this to be your team? Okay, we're paying you $100 million. You look like you literally tore a rib making that little throw animation there. Oh, man, this is not going to be good, is it? Having Jameis Winston as our quarterback is not going to result in a good time. I feel like we're going to reflect upon this moment, this decision, to keep him as our starter week 10, week 11, and be like, that's the dumbest thing we possibly could have done. Knowing that we could have got that Clemson QB in the draft. And then, Austin Eckler, the initial carry of the game, gets tackled by former Raider Darren Lee. That is a great start to the game. And we're going to need that run balance so that we don't have Jameis Winston throwing like 8 picks a game. All right, 3rd and 8. These are the plays. Like, look, it looks like Mike Evans probably gonna have a free run behind that safety, but we always get sacked trying to wait for that route to develop. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it off here today. We did. Mike Evans. Oh, that's a bad matchup with the stiff arm on Marcus Williams, and that is what we want to see. 34 yards, Jameis to Mike Evans. All right, we're 3rd and goal on the 2. I mean, we're always gonna be a red zone matchup with Mike Evans and OJ Howard on the field. I don't know where we're gonna go. Can the offensive line hold up? Oh, it can't. Took for I was holding B as soon as we snapped that ball. I was holding B to go to wide open Mike Evans. Von Bell comes in on the safety blitz, and unfortunately, our first drive with the Bucs is gonna end. I mean, fortunately, it's gonna end with points, but unfortunately, not a touchdown. Okay, here's our defense. We got Sim. Oh yeah, man, this feels good. We got Vita Vea. We got the power move. He has 98 strength. And on the first play, Vita Vea picks up. Oh, get up. Get up. You used to be a running back. You should have more awareness than that. I don't know who came in like a missile on that blitz. JT Daniels, the new man wearing that golden dome in New Orleans. I think that was Devin White. 45 Devin White came in and jacked it up. It was. He got lit up. That is the kind of momentum you want to see. Now our offense needs to go in, move the ball 3 yards and get a touchdown here. I'll be so annoyed if we can't capitalize on this and have to settle for another field goal. Oh, there we go. Sanders. Trey Sanders, the backup, the power back. The hammer to the thunder, if you will. That's the hammer to the nail. But the thunder to Austin Eckler's lightning just runs over the linebacker. I don't know who that was, but he probably doesn't even want to get called out. Is that Demario Davis? I hope not. He's too old. He's too old to be doing that. That's a sore back for the rest of your life trying to tackle Trey Sanders one-on-one. But there's a first touchdown for the Bucs and an unbelievable start here as we're about to go up, and that seals it 10-0 over the Saints. In New Orleans, the crowd is silent. They're wearing their dumb ref jerseys because they're still not over that loss to the Rams, looking like idiots, and they're just quiet now. Jameis! Come on! Okay, they're on the one. This is great. This is great. It's great. All right, C4 special. Yeah, to run the C4 special didn't work that great in Las Vegas, even though Josh Jacobs had the C4 special ability. Can Austin Eckler run it a little bit better? And he can, as I think that is Alex Anzalone. Just tackles Eckler into the end zone. That's not a good strategy as the Bucs regain this lead. And very surprisingly, we're relying on the run game and not just throwing it up to our ridiculous skill position players out wide and at tight end. There we go. Nice sack here. 3rd and 11. Jeff Simmons Jr. comes through with the sack on JT Daniels, and all the momentum stays with the Bucks. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. 98 speed. Can't make a tackle. Ooh, I'm loving Trey Sanders as an option here. Even though he has 20 yards, this guy's a monster, loves contact. A little bit faster. He's like a better version of Josh Jacobs, if I had to be honest with you. First and goal. Oh no, that's not good. James Smith is trying to get his 200th career touchdown pass. And yeah, he's able to get it. No one covers O.J. Howard on the Saints. That's probably going to be a bad time 10 times out of 10, especially in the red zone. And that, man, it was behind him. That wasn't a great pass. That's just sloppy defending, man. How many dudes were by that ball? And he still comes down with that. And then there's no one even there at the second level to make a tackle. That's bad awareness. I blame that one Dax Hill. Look at that. Look at this. Okay, Dax Hill, Simmons looks like an idiot. 31 whiffs on the tackle. Oh, that's ugly. That is ugly. 3rd and 4. I mean, you just want points. But you get OJ. How many times are you going to put an average linebacker on him and get burned and keep doing the same thing? Insanity from the same. Trying to put Anzalone on O.J. Howard. It's not going to work. That's the second time he's got embarrassed. And just like that, the Bucks retake the lead. Got baited. Bad throw. That's on me. I got baited. Looked like Mike Evans. I mean, honestly, a better quarterback would have hit that because Mike Evans had Lattimore beat. I got baited. Let's get a replay here, man. Look at this. Mike Evans on this road. Look, he had him. He had the step, and then that was just a throw way too behind Mike Evans. You lead that to Mike Evans, Marshawn Lattimore doesn't have a chance to undercut that and pick it off. Yet have bad accuracy and throw it behind him. That's going to happen a lot. Second pick of the game for Marshawn Lattimore. And honestly, he might have baited me. Maybe that was his plan all along. An instant sack's always nice. Isaiah Simmons making plays sideline to sideline. His first game as an official linebacker. Gets a sack, does a nice little dance. Here. Let's go, man. Covered. Ooh. Not a lot of great matchups there, but oh, of course. Wide open. It's a David Moore. I think that's his 3rd touchdown of the game. Oh my God, that's terrible. Get.
Right there. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
At the ball. Yeah, we're gonna have one chance. Oh, this is just. Oh. Of course he would catch that.
Let's go, boys.
Oh. Not a great debut, John. I mean, James Winston wasn't good. James Winston was horrific. But also, our secondary that we went in, invested a first-round pick, shuffled things around, so we have elite safeties, elite cover linebackers, and, you know, JT Daniels still goes for 374 touchdowns, almost 80% completion. That's not on James Winston. I mean, defense could have got fatigued just a little bit, but ultimately, it's both sides of the ball played bad. James Winston, almost 4. There's James Winston game, man. Almost 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, but then 4 picks, 4 turnovers. Eckler was fine, 72 yards and a touchdown. We got a touchdown there for Trey Sanders. Eckler, 5 catches, 100 yards for Mike Evans, 5 catches, 100 yards, 2 tutties for O.J. Howard. Definitely want to, spread the love a little bit more, but I mean, we threw the ball well until we didn't. 4 sacks given up. Van Pran. We got 2 for Jaron Christian. Obviously, the weak link on the offensive line. Annoying seeing Wirfs give up a sack. Defensively, Simmons and White, as advertised, man. Both of them, 10 tackles, a TFL, and a sack. Simmons had a sack. Vea had a sack. We had no turnovers, though, and then you look at, obviously, what the Saints did. Marshawn Lattimore, 3 picks. Just give him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. So, as expected, you know, I was actually expecting just Marshawn Lattimore there with the 3 picks to get Player of the Week against us. I didn't know JT Daniels was also going to get it, but I guess when you look at it, almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. It's probably going to get you the award. So, it's been over 24 hours since I played that week 1 matchup. I had time personally to cleanse my head, to just come in here open-minded, give Jameis Winston another chance. We're going up against the Atlanta Falcons, who, if you don't know, that quarterback that we passed over a couple times in the draft is their starting. Ugalele from Clemson. What is this? What is this QB room here? Bo Nix, Jake Fromm, and now Ugalele. Just trying to find anyone to succeed Matt Ryan here in Atlanta. But there's a storyline within itself, because now we're kind of like, this is a QB we could have got. This is a QB we could have had at number 2 overall. But we decided to pass on it. We decided to rock and roll with Jameis Winston, and we saw what Jameis Winston, under my power, can do in week 1. And there's some positives and there's some negatives. And we're going up against Atlanta. It's going to be... Whew. Okay, let's bounce back, man. Let's bounce back. Atlanta doesn't have any X factors, but they do have some pretty damn good players, man. They're a good young team. Deion Jones, Isaiah Oliver at corner, Pat Freiermuth, very talented tight end from Penn State. I would say right now in college football, he's a sophomore, a true sophomore, probably a top 5 tight end. They have Kayvon Thibodeau, the former #1 recruit in the nation in 2018, defensive lineman. Okay. All right, we should win this one. They don't have X factors. You can't win with no X factors. That's just... I hate this game.
There we go.
Oh, don't get angry. Oh, my kid's sleeping. Want to yell so bad right now. I want a Myles Garrett, someone with my high school football helmet that's over there right now. I got to be the bigger man. But my God, that was stupid. Look. Devin White, make the tackle. No, then some... Oh, my God. Pick 6, Isaiah Oliver. Bad pass. Oh my. We're just forcing it, man. We are just they're actually nowhere near as bad a pass as the last one. But Jameis Winston playing superhero ball. That can't happen. A lot of things can happen, but our linebackers that are very good between Levante David, Isaiah Simmons, and Devin White, they should not lose contact of Devontae Freeman, the running back. That is your one assignment. That is inexcusable. Oh, there we go, Chris Godwin. That's what we need. Winning your matchup against Justin Lane on the outside. We're coming back into it. One thing about Jameis Winston is that he's got to throw 4 picks, but he better believe he's going to gun it and get at least 3 touchdowns back. That's Tack McKinley's 5th sack of the game in the second half just started. Of course, of course he would fumble it forward. He would fumble it forward. I need to see how much speed that wide receiver has. Because 31 has 93 speed, 94 speed. Let me just... If that wide receiver has anything less than 91 speed, I'm going to lose my mind. That 88 speed wide receiver just convincingly outran my non-exhausted 94 speed strong safety. Okay. Finally. Okay, Tony P. Shout out to Pink Slips. That's like my first kickoff return for a touchdown all year. We just made history. Okay, come on. Mike Evans beat his man, and you... Might be the last week we have Jameis Winston play a game. Oh, 63-yarder Jake Elliott. Oh, let's do it. Oh, that looks good. Oh, we could have made that from 73. Seven sacks. Oh, Mike Evans finally did a Mike Evans thing. Nice. And somehow being sacked 7 times, having 3 picks, a pick 6. We're only down 4 with the whole game to play for. 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. But see, that's why sometimes you see some of these, why are you throwing the ball? Because I trust my receivers to make plays like that more often than not. All right, 3rd and goal on the 6. Obviously, a field goal attempt will be down 8-1 score. Vita Vea blows up the play. And yet again, our linebackers and safeties don't do anything. What's the point, man? What's the point of having 95% of our linebackers and safeties be X factors if they don't do nothing? Oh, he's a 7. That's an 83 star dev tackle that has given up 8 sacks today. Makes no sense. It's random. It's completely random.
Don't say nothing.
You're Mike Evans. Your X Factor's triggered. Come down with that over the 79 overall corner. And there you have it. I mean, we knew we're taking over a garbage team. This was almost expected. It's kind of what we're, I don't want to say hoping for. But I mean, you knew the fix was in. From the fact that Deshaun Hamilton, an 88 speed player, in a straight foot race, had like a yard advantage over my 94 safety. Like from that, I knew some things were fishy. We played bad, had some terrible god-awful throws to Jameis Winston, but also there's probably 2 passes the Falcons had that would have been 100% a pick if I threw it, but we were getting bobbles and our DBs were bumbling around like Nelson Aguilar back there. Felt weird, but it just, we lost 44-29. Oh, this is ugly. Jameis Winston, 422 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 picks. 42 yards for Eckler. Godwin, 11 catches, 154 and a touchdown. A $149 and a tutty for Mike Evans. That's an I think an 83 star dev lineman, and he gave up 6 sacks. My head hurts. Why? No. I like nuked it too. Like I nuked our passing sliders and it pass block sliders, and it still does nothing, man. It's still my tackles, no matter what series, no matter what franchise, no matter what their overalls are, they give up too many sacks. And it's like, from a standpoint of me playing, it's like, especially in this scenario with the Bucs, I have to hold on the ball for a while, right? I have to hold the ball maybe longer than one. But even in sim, when I sim in a rebuild, my tackles, for whatever inexplicit reason, will always give up the most sacks. So I feel like that's just something that's on with the game. Defensively, McQuamble led team 9 tackles. We had a sack for Davenport and Vea, but my God, man, look at. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hate to see anything going on right now with this Bucs team. Yet another week. We put a player in the Player of the Week category. Oh man, shout out to Brissett last week getting 7 tutties. Kind of let that go under the radar there, but. We're not in a good spot, fellas. Honestly, we are not in a good spot. You look at Jameis Winston, 4 touchdowns, 9 picks in 2 games. I mean, we're averaging 400 passing yards a game, which is something, but I don't know. It might be time to make a switch at QB. Go to our Dak Prescott. Maybe we give Jameis Winston one more week or one more episode. So that's Colts and the Jags, and then we make a decision. Like we can't. I'm not gonna wait till the bye. We're John Gruden. We're coming off a Super Bowl. He knows what needs to happen. He's not going to be that failing mentality where you just stick with the quarterback, you ride it out for the season, and then you reevaluate. No, we will make a decision. We'll make a change if we have to. I'm feeling right now, just because he's a veteran, you don't want to lose the locker room, even though he might already have with his bad play. We'll give Jameis week 3 against the Colts. See if he can even just try to just cut down on the turnovers. You cut down on the turnovers, we might be 2-0. Honestly. So we'll give it one more week, I think, on the road. And then if things don't go well, We have week 4, our first home game of the season against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Battle of Florida. It might have to be Blockmeyer time. So, well, I hope you guys did enjoy this. Episode 46 of the franchise mode. Lots of turnovers. We had lots of fun here. I had a bunch of fun. I hope you guys did too. I'm feeling great about my team. I'm feeling great about where we're at. I love my right tackle right now. I mean, you look at this. You see an 84 star dev. You're like, that guy's sick. No, he gave up 6 sacks. He gave up, not only did he give up 6 sacks last week, but he also just put a guy in the record books for the most sacks in a single game. Tack McKinley with 8. And hey, we put... Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking the talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a monster to scare all you kids. Y'all